Do you want to know how to eliminate distractions? Well, if you do, stay tuned and we'll discuss how we can start doing that today. And welcome to Supercharge with Emily, the podcast Momentum Monday. So happy to have you with us today. Joining us for our discussion as we prepare for the amazing launch of the Distraction Elimination Challenge, which is starting tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, November 28th, 2023 at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are welcome if your goal is to eliminate distractions. So on today's Momentum Monday, I thought it would be a good idea to talk a little bit about how would we prepare for such a challenge or prepare to even take advantage of the opportunity. And by addressing the name of the challenge, which is the Distraction Elimination Challenge. So today, I want to highlight a couple tips on how to eliminate distractions and why that's important and why I even came up with this topic in the very first place. And really, the whole concept was thinking about when you think of entrepreneurship, like what do entrepreneurs need? What is important? What is necessary? They need to be focused, like all people, anybody, business owners, anyone with a project or a goal has to be able to, first of all, identify what that is, identify your goals, and then be able to focus on what it takes to accomplish it. What does it take to achieve it? And it sounds almost simple, almost pedestrian at this point. Like, isn't that obvious? Well, it is obvious, and therein lies the challenge. Therein lies the difficulty or the dilemma. Because it is indeed so simple, it becomes ultimately very difficult. Why? Because it's not that your goal is so challenging, or it could be, it's not even about that. It's about everything that can be put in place that can go in front of you achieving it. All the obstacles, all the distractions, all the whatever decides to pop up. And how do you stay on target when things can pop up along the way, detours and so forth? And so it's important just to answer the question as far as how to eliminate distraction. Firstly, you have to want to eliminate them. Sometimes some people, they don't really want to eliminate their distractions because they enjoy their distractions because they use them as excuses. I think I hit something there. A distraction could be used as an excuse to not focus because it makes it a form of procrastination that you're allowed to delay a little further what you need to do to get to whatever goal or destination you've chosen because something came up. And you're able to use that default term, something came up, to not allow you to focus. And so we want to start off with the first thing is the decision. You have to decide that you want to do this. Because if you don't, then you're not going to have the commitment, you're not going to have the energy, and all of that kind of a thing. And so that's really my message for you today. I want to keep it short, sweet, and simple because that's what this whole challenge is about. I'm going to go into more depth on the processes, but the very first step is you have to have the desire and make the decision to want to eliminate distractions and to want to focus more intently and better. And once you do that, once you make that commitment, then you can be more receptive and open to what it actually takes to do. Because if you're not open and receptive, then no point to saying anything else because nothing else will matter. So that is really the very, very first thing. So I want to encourage you as you consider what is involved in this process is evaluate your own personal decision. And are you comfortable with that? Are you okay with it? Is it your decision or is it someone else's decision? And do you know the trade-off? between the decisions that you make. So if you do not decide to focus, then what's the alternative? What is the alternative to having a life of distractions or a life with other things dictating what you will be paying attention to? So, if you imagine if you're watching a show, maybe you're watching a video on YouTube, you could be watching this one right now on YouTube, and all of a sudden an ad decides to pop up right in the middle. And you're like, sometimes you have those ads, they last like a half an hour, and you sit there for the half an hour watching this half an hour ad, but you were just watching a video on how to focus and how to eliminate your distractions. But up came this video. You hadn't planned it. It wasn't on your agenda, but here you are, distracted, watching it for the next however long it is. So you have to decide. You know where it says skip ad? Okay, most of us will do that if we're focused on something we're involved in, we don't want to be distracted. But it's so easy to sit there and get engrossed. So that's an example of a scenario that most of us are familiar with, but apply that to some other area of your life. You could be there focused on a really valiant goal, starting your business, going back to school, doing some project that you know will require energy and intent focus. And up comes this thing, maybe the opportunity to take a trip, maybe the opportunity to go in a different direction, take a different course, and off you go. But that wasn't where you were planning to go. And sometimes, in life, you have to be open to serendipity. It's not like you can't be flexible. Sometimes you do need to change course, but you have to change the course with your consent to do so, in terms of that is actually what you would like to do, or you feel it's worth your while. But we're talking about things that just pop up that can take us off where we were planning to go. That's really my context today. I want to keep it there because we can always talk about different contexts. But I want to talk about the context of you having set a goal and you have a purpose to complete, but something came up and distracted you. And the goal is to prevent having those distractions, or when they come up, how to handle them. So that is why I decided that we needed this challenge, because we needed this opportunity. We need this space, especially now as it's coming to the end of the year, getting ready for a new one. We need to recalibrate. We need to come back and say to ourselves, did this year kind of go the way I wanted? Did I really focus on achieving what I wanted to do? Or was I distracted? And what distracted me? What slowed me down? What got in the way? Sometimes as I was launching this year, the Supercharge Club membership, which will be a year old this year, which I'm just totally, absolutely thrilled about, and what it took to just stay focused on this journey. And all the things that came up, there were obstacles, tech issues, putting up the website, launching an ad, doing this, all these things. I could go on and on and on with the obstacles that came up along the course of this year. And some of them did slow me down, no doubt about it, but it didn't derail me. It might have discouraged me sometimes, because you kind of get frustrated when you can't do certain things the way you would like. But the good news is that when you stay focused on where you want to go and you understand that obstacles are inevitable, why is that word so weird? Inevitable, you have a different mindset. So you're preparing yourself for the journey ahead. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do. As you embark on whatever you're doing, or if you continue doing what you're doing, that you realize that these things, these vagaries, the vicissitudes of life will descend upon us all. And they're to be expected, but we can overcome them by first deciding to do so and then being committed to where we want to go. So that's my very first level 1 of how to overcome, eliminate distractions and overcome the things that would come in to make focus difficult. So now let me transition a little bit and share with you how you can sign up for the challenge if you might be inquiring. And for those who have already signed up, I want to thank you so very much for committing to yourself and, again, investing in your own future. And this is a great investment because it's free. It's not going to cost you anything except your time. 2 days on November 28th and 29th for 1 hour each day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. It will also be recorded, so there are replays that you can avail yourself to as well. And so there is nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain. So let me share with you now a little bit on how you can join this challenge and join me and all the other superchargers who are going to be a part of it. The very first thing that you can do is go and register. The link will be below wherever you're watching this. If you're listening on the podcast, it might be already passed, so you'll get another chance. But if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, there will be a link where you can go and join this free distraction elimination challenge. And you will see on this flyer, it says here for entrepreneurs. It's for entrepreneurs, business owners, or really anyone who reducing distraction is a priority for you. Okay, so I wanted to open it up. It's not just for entrepreneurs, but anyone who feels that this could benefit them and they want to improve their focus. They want to improve their focus. Yes. Because everyone deserves to improve their focus. Now, if you want to take this to the next level, do you want to know what you can do if you want to take it to the next level? Stay tuned, let me tell you. That's not the one I want to play. Hold on. Next level looks like this. You can upgrade. Yes, people, you can upgrade to the VIP status, which is $17 if you'd like to upgrade. And let me tell you what you get for that. What you're going to get, number one, you have access to the replays way beyond the week that this is free. So normally you just have access for a week during the private Facebook group. But once that's over, by next week this time, you can still have ongoing access to the replays. So you can watch them at your leisure. Number two, you will join a special VIP session, which will be held after the regular challenge session on November 29th, which is Wednesday, at like around 1:10 p.m. right after we finish the prior session. And you'll be able to have your customized questions, personalized attention. We can focus specifically on what you're working on in terms of priority setting and how to focus, and maybe more exclusive to yourself. And then you get that personalized attention on how you can implement this directly. So this is a great time to get that customized feedback in the VIP session. So that is what you will do if you would like to sign up for that. And once you actually sign up for the challenge, the very next screen you'll get, the thank you screen, will lead you right here. And you'll be able to come in and register for the VIP session. So I encourage you to consider that if you think that's something you'd like to do. And by the way, as a special perk for members who are already current members of the Supercharged Club, you get the VIP session for free. Okay, there are perks to membership, people. There are perks to membership, and that's what you get when you are a member. Okay. All right, I kind of see. Let's see here. Okay, let's move that back. All right, very good. So the next thing you want to be able to do, once you sign up and you join the challenge, you're going to receive some emails from me, which will lead you to our Facebook group. And I encourage you to go right away and join our private Distraction Elimination Facebook group. And you go in there and you introduce yourself and you fill out the poll, which asks you what's the most important to you, focus or priorities or both. And you go in there and you introduce yourself and you tell us how wonderful you are and why we should love you, everything like that. We love you anyway. But as you can see, the lovely Katie is here, the lovely Pauline is on here, and so we already have, and oh, Fluffy the Pomeranian is on there too. So come in and introduce and connect, and this is a great opportunity to really not only be a part of a community, but also focus on something really important. Then, as a bonus, I'm going to encourage you also to avail yourself, even if you're not a part of the challenge, or if you are and you want to do supplemental things, go over to my Supercharged Coach YouTube channel at Supercharged Coach on YouTube. And I want you to look for some videos. The first one is called How to Manage Your Focus, which I did several months ago. Just type in the word focus right here in the search bar of my page, not of YouTube in general, but my page at Supercharged Coach. Type that in, and then you're going to see this video pop up on how to manage your focus. And this really gives some great additional tips as well during the channel. challenge, we're going a few steps deeper. So it all works together and it's all complementary to one another. Then I encourage you to go and watch a couple other videos, which are right over here. Oh, did I lose it? Okay, I can get back to it. So I did a few other videos on how to prioritize your priorities. And priorities, and I just typed that into my channel search, and you'll see them come up right here where I said prioritizing your priorities. Are you committed? And number 2, prioritizing your priorities. Is it relevant? So all supplemental, all to further help you in this journey to focus, prioritize, and have tools at your disposal that are free and are here for you to avail yourselves to. And go in there, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like up the things, like the videos, and put in a comment. Tell me what you got out of it. Tell me your takeaway. Tell me how it helped you, okay? And that allows YouTube to say, hey, that person's interested. Let me tell some more people. So please make sure to do that and engage with the post and share it with people who you feel can benefit. Do you have a friend or person who's chronically distracted, chronically can't prioritize anything, and really could use some support? Well, this is an opportunity. This is the opportunity. Indeed it is. Hold on. This is the opportunity to share. Give the gift of something free, okay? Give the gift of access to information at this gift giving time. Hey, it won't even cost you anything. You just have to share a link. That's all it is. All right, so that's pretty much what I want to share with you today. And I really hope that you find this beneficial and useful to you as you work to supercharge the rest of your 2023 into 2024. And I look forward to seeing you in the challenge tomorrow. Remember, it's not too late to sign up. Please do. You'll get all the details. We'll be meeting on Zoom and in our private Facebook group. It'll be quite interactive, and I promise you it'll be very much worth your while, your time, and your everything. Everything, absolutely. So until then, I'm going to wish you a supercharged day. Stay supercharged. See you next week on Momentum Monday, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in the challenge. Sign up.